The morning breaks and you feel the aches. Stepping out on the wrong side of bed. The carpet's burning, the wheels are turning, and all you see is red. Things can only get better in sunny weather, yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like leaving a letter till things get better, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This episode of The Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by BitGravity. For mission-critical events, trust BitGravity by visiting bitgravity.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster 40. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information. And by GoDaddy. If you need a domain name or you need hosting, trust GoDaddy.com and use promo code Jeff199 at checkout.
It's the Jeff Adams Show, number 30. Man, big time now. Episode 30. Where does time go? Now, I guess now we can do a syndication deal. If anybody picks it up. Probably not. But anyways, I just want to kind of recap what the show is all about. I am a recovering artist. And this was a little gimmick to keep my creativity going and stay sane. So welcome to the Jeff Adams Show, episode 30. Big, monumental show being number 30. The Tech Buzz Network hasn't canceled us yet, but I did get a report from Stephen Heywood, the CEO, that if our numbers don't come in, we will be canceled, folks. They're already clearing my set out. Like the last week, the curtains have been put up, and Stephen Heywood has plans for some other show. So I don't know. But anyways, just starting rumors here. But this show is about, having a creative outlet. Sometimes we bitch, we moan, and we try to laugh. That's what the show's about. We take calls and we bitch and moan. But it's sad sometimes because people call in and try to actually help us. But anyways, this is what the Jeff Adams Show is all about. Really about just shooting the breeze, having a good time, and, trying to get creativity in there. But we've kind of drifted off. But without further ado, I want to introduce my co-host, the Merry Monk of Love. What is up, my man?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm Mary today.
You're Mary. That's great. Took the medication. So you're good to go.
I went and saw my shrink. I have new drugs.
Again, they put you on something different.
Yes.
Man, you're just so mellow, dude. I like this new Mary Monk, man. It's so mellow. I think they got the medication right this time,
Yeah. So happy to be here.
Or you took some NyQuil or something before the show. Either or. And I also want to introduce the Wizard of Broadcast Magic, the one and only Stephen Heywood, the extraordinary Killed the Buck. One at a time.
Oh, okay. We knew there had to be some kind of hunting joke in there, right?
And I think he's having an identity crisis. Last week he was wearing all camo, and this week he's wearing all tech gear. TTB Network, which I still haven't got my TTB Network shirt. I guess,
This is old. I mean, you know how long I've had this shirt? This is probably just as TTB. This is one of the new hats, the embroidered the Tech Buzz. It's about less than a year old, but
so I heard a rumor. I mean,
Oh,
I heard
boy.
two rumors. Okay, we can get Mary Monk involved in this, but I heard two rumors. One being, you're falling off the radar. You canceled 2 shows this week, and you're falling off the radar. The second rumor, and then we'll get to that, is the fact that I get an email from you, right? You're saying that we could be possibly canceled. You told me to put a curtain behind me. Get rid of the set. You've got other plans. What the heck is going on?
well, apparently the rumor mill's been churning, and people been somehow. My email, Erik. We were kind of discussing this pre-show. My email might have been hacked, and people might have saw some of the rumors that we've been kind of emailing back and forth about the possibility of the show being canceled. The numbers just not there, and also with me possibly pod fading. I mean, it's just Erik, what do you think, man?
I'm glad to be here this week. I'm Mary.
Man, I love the medication. It's so perfect. It's so. This is the new Merry Monk I love. You're so merry and you control. It's so good.
Jeff, I think he took that email that I said that the show needs to be a little bit more serious. I think he took it to heart, and he's afraid to kind of get out of that shell.
No, I'm here. I'm ready to rock. 1-888-547-8383. Call in. I know we've got a lot of great stuff planned. I don't know about all these rumors, but I'm hoping they're not true because I love this. I love being here. I'm very merry. Let's hit it.
Yes.
And I want to know what's behind the curtain. I mean, I showed up today and there was some kind of crazy zany set behind there. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Because I enjoy doing this. I need a creative outlet. And the sad thing is, if it does happen, listen to this. I've been in a happy state. But Eric, I don't know if you know this, but I'm currently unemployed.
What else is new?
To the T. I mean, I'm doing these little odd jobs here and there.
Now you don't even have that thing that you called consulting?
I don't, I stopped doing that. So listen to this. I've been playing, with my new son. I've been kind of playing the Mr. Mom role until I figure out what's going on. So if this show gets canceled, I don't know. I mean, I might have to get better medication, but I'm excited to be here. And I've been playing Mr. Mom. And it's been an interesting thing for me because I'm bonding with my son. It's been so much fun. And doing miscellaneous things during the week with him, take him to museums and have him ride his bike.
And people should know that you adopted this son. He's a Haitian child that you've adopted, you brought into your home. We never hear about your biological children anymore. It's all about this kid. I'm sure they're handling that well. I have a good shrink that I can point your children to, and we can maybe get them on some drugs. But okay, yes, we're talking about the child you imported. Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually, my other kids, I took my daughter on a date last night, and she enjoyed it. But it was funny. My wife posted a picture of my son that we adopted. He was on the floor pouting because he thinks he owns me and he can't. The other kids can't get around me. So I took my daughter on a date, got her roses. I'm setting the bar really high for, these.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, it's so funny. I actually put music behind it, sad music. And I posted that last night. But it's great.
Gosh.
He's bonded with me. I'm happy. But I do have two other kids and, finding the balance. So I'm taking each kid out and doing different things with them and spending, good dad time with all of them. But I've been playing Mr. Mom, Eric, and I'm enjoying it.
You know what I heard? I heard that you've been playing Mr. Mom. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah. Well, listen to this. My former business, I really can't get into the details of it. I was in the music industry, so I handed my former business over to the state. So last week, I had to go to a lawyer and sign all this paperwork. So it was like, they had a notary in there. They had 2 witnesses and a lawyer, and I had to take my son. So we drove all the way down to Tampa, Florida. And I took my son with me. And, immediately in my mind, I was driving down the road. And I was like, man, I am literally Michael Keaton, Mr. Mom. I'm going to, an important meeting, and I'm taking my adopted son with me. So we go down there, and we were on top of the Bank of America building in Tampa. That's a pretty high building. We were on the top floor. So the view was unreal. So in there, and I'm really engaged in the conversation. My son is fantastic. He is so well behaved. But all of a sudden, I'm like signing all this paperwork, and I hear this, and I turn around and I look, and it was almost like it was set up. He was urinating in his pants because he was so scared to tell me that he had to go pee. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what I do? And these, all these lawyers looking at me like, what the heck is going on? I said, it's okay. It's okay. I told my son, it's okay. It's okay. So I picked him up. I rushed him to the bathroom, and I had a flashback of literally Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton. I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't have a change of pants. I'm in the middle of this meeting. The only problem was, like in Mr. Mom, you've seen that movie with Michael Keaton, there was actually one of those air dryers in the movie where he hung up his kid, and dried him off. I didn't have one of those in the lawyer's office. So he just had to sit and pee until I was done. I had him stand up. So that was a pretty humorous story, what happened playing Mr. Mom. Have you ever had any crazy stories like that, Eric, being a dad?
I'm sure he wasn't that uncomfortable given his, there you go. I'm sure he wasn't that uncomfortable given his fascination with human waste. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. No, Mr. Mom, dude, I got that thing covered. I love going out with my kids. They're very well behaved. I couldn't tell you any horror stories. Pretty mean, pretty ideal there.
Well, I mean, stuff happens, literally. I mean, luckily it wasn't a number 2 accident. But, I've been doing all these errands and enjoying it, man. I am actually having a wonderful time doing this. I mean, I don't have any stress, on my shoulders,
Because you don't have a job.
Exactly.
And your wife is paying all the bills. You just sit around podcasting and urinating on lawyers.
Hey, I podcast once a week, and at least now I can prep for the show. I can think about notes. Hey, that'd be good for the show. And
yeah, sure. I'm
sure
sure that's going to go over
clean,
great.
making sure the dishes are clean, making sure the house, is respectable, making sure dinner's planned, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, I'm telling you.
Is this the new plan? Is this the new plan? I mean, you're not going to look for anything. Your
No,
wife is on board with this? Or?
We updated my resume, 2 nights ago. So I've actually had a conversation with a company, and, we'll see where it goes. But, I mean, my main thing is I have to have something that's a little bit, flexible, where I don't have to go in somewhere, which is hard to do these days. So, either I continue to do consulting stuff, whatever. But
Yeah.
in my world of playing Mr. Mom, like I said, I've been running a lot of errands, and I literally go to the grocery store every single day. I mean, do you attend? Do you hit Publix, quite frequently on your way home from work and stuff?
I generally go once a week and take care of the shopping. Sometimes my wife will do it, but I'm pretty comfortable jumping in there. I know what we need, and I know my way around a Publix. Sure.
Yeah, so I've been going there a lot. My son calls it the Marquettes. That's what they call it in Haiti. And so he likes to go to the Marquette with me. And, something annoying. I had to go this morning, and I don't know when you shop frequently, I guess it's just getting to me because I'm getting really annoyed with the system. There's the 10 items and less checkout thing, and I'm getting annoyed. I find myself getting a lot like Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm because I'm getting really like annoyed. Because my wife thinks I'm paranoid to a T. Like she'll go through that line and have like 12 items, and I'll freak out. I go, you got 12 items, you can't go through here. She goes, it's okay. It's who's gonna count? But you know what? I'm the guy that counts every single item that's going on that thing because I had to rush in. I got my daughter roses yesterday. Like I said, I'm setting the bar high for her future.
Would you
husband.
count all 12 of them and you couldn't go through the lane?
Yeah, no, I got her 3 roses, and I got the kids were waiting in the car. There was Jacob and Jasmine and Marvin waiting in the car, so I got them like a pack of M&Ms. So I had like 4 items. But the lady in front of me, I kid you not, she had probably 20 items, and she paid with a check. And I was getting really annoyed. I was coming this close about saying something. It's going to happen one day. I'm going to snap. I'm like, you realize you have 20 items, and this is 10 items or less. And how come the cashiers don't enforce this rule? I don't understand. That's why it says 10 items or less, right? Am I just being crazy here, or I have no life now? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about there's an item. There's things going on in the Philippines, and I'm worried about the.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was going to say, look, go talk to your son Marvin's and say, Marvin's, give me a dose of reality. Tell me what it was like to live in the Haitian earthquake. Tell me what it was like to, live outside and not have clean drinking water and, not know where my next meal was going to come from so that I have some perspective so I don't turn into a big fat Sasquatch whiner in the grocery store.
I know. And the crazy thing, too, is like I don't know. I was like 50-50. I was trying to get I was trying to get this stuff for dinner tonight, and then I walked down this aisle, and there was like all these ladies with buggies, and they were blocking the way. They were all talking, and I was kind of like, what the heck's going on here? I didn't say anything. I just kind of turned around and went the other direction, but they were all doing this coupon thing, and they were all like buddied up, but they were blocking the line. And I was about to say, listen, what's up with these coupons? What is this, some kind of club or something? You guys all congregate in Publix and, decide what deals you're going to get. But these ladies had like stacks of coupons. There was probably 6 of them in the aisle. I kid you not. And I was like, what is the deal with this? Do you recommend I should join the coupon club?
I think you should, because apparently it's a great way to save money, Mr. Mom. I mean, Jeff.
You can call me Mr. Mom all day long. You guys can rag me about it, but you know what? For the first time in my life, I am at total peace. I'm happy. I'm totally relaxed. I'm not stressing about anything.
You're actually living my dream. I'm actually jealous. I've always wanted a sugar mama. I mean, You listen to women complain about, oh, it's so hard being a mom. It's the hardest job.
It is.
And you're
You know
like,
what?
not
Listen,
for me,
dude,
it ain't,
hey.
man. I tell you, I got that down. I will take that any day
Hey,
over
listen,
all
let
the
me
other
tell you-
stuff.
Let me tell you something. Moms, stay-at-home moms don't get enough credit. And I tell you why, because I've been doing it for probably 3 or 4 weeks now. And, I do laundry, I do all this stuff, and I'm like, holy cow. Like one day, I think it was Monday, I did the laundry all day long. I stood on my foot, and I can understand why women go, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Because I was like, what are you, because you think like, what are you doing? I mean, you're just staying at home.
Eric,
Well,
Eric,
here's a tip. Sit down on the couch and watch TV while you fold laundry.
I can't. I got to be organized. There's so much laundry. I got to do it on inside the kitchen and lay it down and fold it, and it's just I can't.
Eric,
plus,
Eric, he's going to have his wife watch this, so he doesn't have to get a job, and this is what he's going to do full time. This is his way of, sucking up to her. He's going to be like, "Honey, go back. I want to show you today's episode."
How yeah. And she does what for a living? She makes the big bucks. She's like a corporate chick, right?
she's VP of the East
VP.
Coast for a big, shindig. So yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah, don't want anybody knowing.
I say. Gotta watch what I say.
Yeah. All right.
So
people will see this on the internet and know what a loser she's married to, and then try to steal her away from.
You're calling me a loser now, man. I got purpose. I got purpose.
Oh, I've got purpose.
I can dream big.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What my next move's going to be,
Dreams do come true.
You know
They
what?
don't doing nothing.
You just sit in front of a mic all day and you talk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did
At least
that.
you are getting a check.
I figured. What's that?
I said at least you're getting a check for it.
That's right. Well, I figured that out by the time I was, a junior in high school, how to talk and get paid for it.
Well, I mean, I made a career of.
By 19, I had my own show, 6 to midnight, 107 A1A, 100,000 watts
That was
stick,
the name
baby.
of that was the name of the station. 107 A1A. You're listening to 107.
1071 A1A.
What station was that?
Frickin' 1071.
I
Genius.
know, but what's the call letters? Was it Clear Channel? Was it
WA1A.
WA1A? And where was that at? Cocoa? Titusville?
It was in Melbourne, out of Melbourne.
Okay, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Help me out here, dude. Throw me a freaking bone.
Your brain's going soft, sitting home,
Yeah,
doing
I'm
nothing all the time.
It's not sharp anymore, Hey, and here's another thing. I don't want to get into the Philippine thing, but here I'm bitching and moaning again. But I was actually doing hard work and I was going through the drive-through because I was too lazy to make lunch for my son. I was in McDonald's, and I saw the sign. It said Thanksgiving open from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'm like, are you serious? What's going on with these stores, right? All these stores are opening up on Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving, you're supposed to spend time with your family. What's up with all these freaking stores? Are you going to be one of those guys, Steve and Eric, that boycott these stores that are open on Thanksgiving?
Heck no. You got to have something to do after you eat all that turkey. You got to go walk it off.
So there's people boycotting stores?
Yeah,
or
there's
are you calling for a boycott? What are you?
No, I'm not calling for a boycott. There's Facebook people doing movements and getting pissed off that these stores are open on Thanksgiving and doing all these early, they used to call them Black Friday deals, but now they're opening on Thanksgiving during the day to run sales.
I see. So you're not just talking about restaurants. You're talking about the actual, get a
Walmart.
leg up on Black Friday.
Yeah, Target, they're all open a day early. And, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to do a big boycott about it because I don't do Black Friday shopping, but I just think it's crap that if you work in retail or a restaurant, or even you work at McDonald's, you work your tail off standing up making fries, which I'm, one step away from doing, you gotta, I don't know, man. You want that one day where you can spend time with your family and not going in and working a job that you really don't like working in the first place, right?
But Jeff, are they opening up at midnight and then making
No,
people
they're
get in
open
line?
from 6. Okay, I can't talk for the retail, but like McDonald's, there's a sign that says we're open from 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving to 12 a.m. midnight, which means they're open. So, do the math. And speaking of this too, I know Eric's not paying attention. I found this great sewing.
I am too paying attention. I'm looking ahead.
I found this great sewing thing on Pinterest. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my word!
I'm just kidding.
Now he is sufficient. You said you were scared about me last week and all my comments and stuff, and here you are talking about Pinterest.
I'm kidding. I just had to throw that in there. It was a little joke.
Oh.
Okay, here's what I was doing while you were whining about whatever.
Injustice.
You know, have you heard
You've
of
seen
the
it in our
International
world
Justice Mission?
and in
Like
our
they
country.
go and they
You've
go into these
probably
countries where
even
kids are
Whoa,
in
whoa, whoa,
slavery.
whoa,
was
whoa, whoa, whoa.
because
Eric,
it happens
or
every day.
Somebody's playing some
a
kind
mile
of video.
down the road from the
What the heck is that?
That was
Oh, sorry. Oh, I accidentally hit play on that. I couldn't hear it myself. Okay, I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I'm sorry. I tipped my
And you
hat.
do this
I
for
was-
a living? You get a paycheck? I want your
I was-
job.
yeah.
Well, this is downtime for me. This isn't actually a show. This is just.
Oh, then you go and you slam another creative
I don't
outlet,
bring my A
slap in the
game. I
face.
don't bring my A game here.
Well, I mean, now's a good time
Do-
to go to break.
I'm doing this as a favor to you. No, but let me play this thing, set this up. This thing that started playing in the background.
Okay.
So you've heard of the International Justice Mission. They go in, they free kids from slavery. They do all this stuff. Well, there's actually an organization, Jeff, that you may be interested in. While all these people are suffering all over the world and International Justice Mission is taking care of them, we actually do have something in this country that would be good for you, and it's called the American Justice Mission. So let me go back to actually play this now and hear from the good folks at the American Justice Mission.
injustice. You've seen it in our world and in our country. You've probably even experienced injustice because it happens every day. A mile down the road from the Burger King drive-thru, you discover onions on your Whopper when you clearly said into the talkie box, "No onions." The girl at Starbucks reads back your order for a venti decaf non-fat no-whip peppermint mocha, but you detect an attitude. Ben Stiller was kind of funny in that romantic comedy last night, but not "There's Something About Mary" funny. Is there any hope in a world filled with such cruelty and disregard for human dignity? Yes. We are the American Justice Mission, and every day we help people just like you. Through a variety of means, many of them legal, we're righting the wrongs. Sometimes it requires a class action lawsuit. Other times, a strongly worded letter. And still other times, it requires a threatening midnight phone call and a set of slashed tires. With the American Justice Mission, you no longer have to suffer a self-important barista/actress, eat unwanted onions, or put up with Ben Stiller phoning it in. Again. Why do we do it? Because this is America. And in America, we don't put up with that crap. We may be able to help you, so call us today. The American. The fight goes on, because somewhere in America, a shoe store's Muzak system is playing Celine Dion.
So maybe they can help you solve your problem of the lady with 12 items in the 10 items.
What's the number? I'll give them a call.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
But they'll probably want money and solicit me. Hey, I'll be sitting down, made a wonderful dinner for my family, and I'll sit down right when the phone rings. Hey, this is the American Justice. What is it? Justice Missions?
Yeah. Now that is just a taste of the kind of top-notch comedy that you can hear at SteveBrownETC.com when we do the actual talk show that I produce. Steve Brown, etc.
Steve Brown, etc. So good. Steve Brown's awesome. Been around.
He is awesome.
Long time. Smart man too.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
No, man.
I kind of feel like that wasn't worth
I
it.
will. No, it was good. I will call them. I just don't. I'm not too sure about that because they might interrupt my dinner, and they always want money and this, that, and the other. When anytime you put missions behind it, hey, we're with the missions department. We're gonna make you feel real bad. You know what I also hate in Publix?
They made you feel bad enough. You imported a child from Haiti.
No, we're gonna import another one too. We're gonna import Marvin's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Marvin's sister. He has an older sister, and we're gonna make the move to adopt her as well. So there you go. I'm on a kick here.
Better man than I am. Better
I'm
man
gonna
than I am.
have a school bus before you know it. But back on Publix, what's annoying is these football teams and this miscellaneous like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts trying to sell you something when you walk out the door and make you feel bad.
What about the bell ringer?
Yeah, the bell ringers too. Salvation Army. Oh, good grief! I forgot about those, Steve.
And well,
call AJM.
You know what? This is why people get so upset at religious organizations or Christian organizations because, and I'm not putting down anybody from the Salvation Army, but They are next to the Catholics. They are one of the richest religious organizations that are out there, and it's just pitiful. What are they doing? What are they doing with the money?
I don't know.
Probably feeding people in the Philippines right now.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope that's what they're doing with it.
We hope. But
Whatever.
you know what? The only stick I think that slam dunks it for me each time is those dang Girl Scouts. They got it down pat. And I'm pretty rude to the Boy Scouts because they're selling like peanuts or something. And I'm like, I looked at them and they go, would you like to buy some peanuts today? I'm like, absolutely not. Once you guys start selling those cookies like the Girl Scouts, you'll have my money. And they just looked at me. Thank you, sir.
Your new life is just totally boring, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm.
Cancel the
It's
show
just like
already.
I can't. Is this gonna? We're gonna hear every week your problem with Girl Scouts and the checkout line and the laundry folding. I mean, come on.
I got a question for Jeff.
I think I'm growing breast right now.
Did you
Yeah.
get a now that you're home, that you're stay at home, did you get a new apron maybe?
No. I should.
Yeah. They have manly ones. They have camo ones. And
Give me a Pinterest.
But there's nothing big enough for a Sasquatch. It just looks like a bib on them.
well, they're not miracle workers. They're, you know.
Pinterest. Give me a Pinterest apron.
I'll make sure to tell my wife to friend you on Pinterest since, you know, she spends a lot of time there along with all her girlfriends. So I'll make sure to.
What do you do? You know, what do you do, man? I'm reaching for stuff. I don't want. Here's the thing. I don't want to go and join, a little kids group because I'll be the only guy there probably. My wife,
he wants to join a female group.
yeah, and then that's problems that causes.
Well, there you go. There you go. Have you started drinking? Have you started drinking during the day yet?
No, not yet.
Tell me the truth.
Well, the only time I really do during the day is I might have a beer before this show to loosen up a little bit, but other than that, no.
No. You don't have like Daddy's special sippy cup?
No.
Don't drink from that, kid. That's Daddy's special sippy cup.
You know what? I thought about it. But what did I say last week or something? I said, I think it was Friday. Hey, it's a weekend. And my wife goes, hey, it's a weekend every day for you.
Oh, see? Already it's starting, man. She's losing respect for you.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. She might not say it, but she is.
Oh, here we go. Dadgummit. Go see your shrink for crying out loud. Don't try to play.
I did.
Don't bring your nose up my butt, all right? Sniff somewhere else, doggy.
Sasquatch booty. All right. We should talk about GoDaddy here.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
yes. Go.
Yeah, see? Even when
There you
I'm
go.
phoning it in, I remember the
That's why
actual
you're here, man. That's why you're
stuff
here.
to do.
You want some
Okay.
cookies? Make some cookies.
Yeah. Go give me a beer, honey. I'm going to talk about GoDaddy. GoDaddy.com is where you want to go. And they're proud sponsors of Jeff's stay-at-home, new stay-at-home life. So, go to GoDaddy.com. Jeff needs something to go home and say, hey, look, honey, I made a little bit of money. If you get a new .com at GoDaddy.com, you use the promo code Jeff199, and you're going to get $1.99 new.com for, new users, GoDaddy.com. If you're already frequenting their service, you want to use the promo code HostOff12. I know the little lower third there says HostOff11, but they change it every week, so we don't know. It's like this one, that one. It says HostOff11. Don't do that. It's HostOff12. You're going to get 15% off, I think.
Yep.
15% off at GoDaddy.com. Those are the promo codes you want. Thank you, GoDaddy, for sponsoring the stay-at-home daddy.
I think I'm going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to start a blog. I'm going to link it to Pinterest. Stayatdaddy.com.
Hey, I talking about this, Eric, you might want to get involved, not just Pinterest, but my wife spends a lot of time on Cafe Mom. I think that might be a place.
Might want to look at that.
Might want to look at that.
What about Cafe Dad?
No, it's Cafe Mom. Because dads are usually
they don't
working.
have that because there's not enough. Yeah, because all the dads are working.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on, guys. I gotta adjust my bra for a minute. All right, I'm good. All right. Hey, speaking of which,
I got a little something for you later in the show. I know I can't bring it up right now, but I got a little something for you later in the show that you can wear to keep yourself out of trouble with all that free time that you're having at home alone.
something I can. Oh yeah,
You'll
that's
know
true.
it. You'll know it when you see it.
Don't ruin it, all right? Don't ruin it.
I'm not.
So we got to weigh in. Let's go ahead and weigh in here.
What? We're doing this? I thought we weren't doing this bit.
Of course we're doing it. Come on.
You're gonna weigh in.
Yes, we're weighing in.
Oh, all right. If you must. What are you? Wait a second. You guys told me that you wanted to do this weigh-in, and you guys realize you're live right now?
Are we on?
You're on. You're live. You're on the screen right now.
Sorry, I raided the kids' Halloween candy.
Guys, the video and the audio is live, but the intro's over.
Screw you, Steven.
Goodness.
Look what I got.
Oh,
I love that.
Am I the only sane one on this program?
Go shoot a deer.
I think instead of weighing
Don't
in, it
hate.
should be weighing up.
I'm a stay-at-home dad now. My new addiction is eating.
Sitting home eating bonbons. Was that a bonbon you had?
Mm-hmm.
You watch General Hospital now?
No. I don't have time for soaps. I got to do stinking podcasts for crying out loud.
Once a week.
I've got important things to do.
Once a week. And you're still cutting paste and show prep.
I know. But
What-
I was talking to Steve on the phone for an hour. We were sharing recipes.
Wait a second. Show prep? He copied and pasted last week's. Didn't you see the bottom where it says?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still cutting
You know
and
what?
pasting
Dadgummit.
like the same stupid thing every 30 episodes in.
Wait,
Listen.
I'm gonna show everybody. Look
No,
at
you
look
don't
at this.
show anybody anything. The problem is
Here's
this,
a show prep.
that I was talking to you
Yeah.
on the phone for an hour. And you were
Yeah.
like talking about some recipe that you wanted to make.
Look at this. At the bottom it says. Wait, right here, 4:15. I disappear before your eyes from the Halloween
That was
special.
3 shows ago.
Okay, I am going to disappear.
That was the
again
last
3
new
shows ago.
idea he had.
Come on, edit it.
And even
No.
that sucked. Did you see that? Did you see him disappear?
It was supposed to suck. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's always the thing to fall back on. That's like me saying I don't bring my A game to this show when I accidentally push the button when I'm not supposed to push the button. It's like, oh, it's just an excuse.
Ron saying I'll get fat. Yeah, Ron, probably so. I don't know. Let's go to a
somebody
quick
calling
break,
in.
Steven, and we'll be right back.
Oh, I don't see calling in. Oh,
You want to
smudged
go to
with
a
chocolate.
quick break?
Yeah.
What why do you want to go to a break now? You already lost half your audience.
What's new, man?
That was with episode 1.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of audience,
Well, are we going to go to a break or are we not?
yeah, well, let me finish my thought, and then we'll go to break. We're going to get a whole new audience, stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads, here on the Jeff Adams Show.tv.
It's go time. It's go time. Go, Daddy.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry about this, but if you tried to call in 1-888-547-8383, I actually smudged the little light with chocolate, and I didn't see that. So give it another try. 888-547-8383. We're back on the Jeff Adams Show.
He's eating those home-baked whatever candy bar I made for him.
Crackle, man.
Crackle, yeah. Made those from scratch. Check the
Crackle's
recipe
good.
on Pinterest.
You know how
Good
like
on TV.
I started with all this fatness? Well, it started with, well, I don't want to tell you about my trauma, but when you're supposed to sell candy at school,
Yeah.
and they give you all the candy, and then you go sell the candy, you're supposed to bring them the money, but I just eat the candy.
Well, how do you-
And then you're left going, God, I got to come up with $25.
I know, right? I used to do the same thing. And I think, it causes problems on our marriage too, because I still do that. You think like, I just want the candy bars now. How am I going to come up with the money? I don't know, but I'm going to find a way to do it.
Dude, this show and your stay-at-home life is the candy bar. You know what I mean? You're just eating it, and you're going, I don't know how we're going to figure out paying for all this stuff.
I don't know.
No, might as well.
We'll figure it out. All right, so
My wife has a good job.
let's go ahead and ask the Merry Monk this week. How about that?
No,
What are we going to ask him?
I wasn't prepared.
I got to.
In fact, I'm never prepared for this segment. You never tell me
Yeah, I never tell you what's
what the
going on.
questions
You don't
are
need
ahead of
to know.
time.
You don't need to prep. If you're so sharp, Mr. Radio, I get a paycheck every week. I'm not bitter. Let's roll a clip.
You gotta be absolutely kidding me, man. Get out! Oh, you're crazy. Oh, man.
This is a very popular bit here on the Jeff Adams Show. And
Sure
this
it is.
week, for some odd reason, I got 2 emails. Stay at home, Dad. Work. So we're going to ask Mary Monk a very important question.
Okay.
The one is, we all know that Mary Monk has been, he has a lot of taste in things that he loves. And we can't really put them all in order. I mean, there's, alcohol, there's food,
Whiskey,
there's
food.
well, whiskey falls in the alcohol thing. There's
Tobacco.
porno shops.
No, I don't do that.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, here's the thing. You drink coffee, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Wait, what
Is
am I
that
hearing?
it's like music Steven's playing or something.
Well, you wanted the sad
Oh
violin.
yeah, there you go. I just got scared. I didn't know what that
Oh,
was. I thought we were picking up a, the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood AM band playing, classical music or something. So, anyways,
I'll say sad music. All my addictions, all of my. Yeah. Okay. All right.
well,
sad music.
addictions, whatever. But here's the thing: what does coffee do for you? And what would you prefer if you had to cut one thing out? Would you prefer coffee, or would you prefer alcohol?
Coffee. I'd get rid of coffee.
Why?
This was an easy segment.
Explain to me
Thank
why
you for throwing me
would
the softball this
Well,
week.
no. Well, why would you get rid of coffee? Explain to that.
Because
would
coffee
rather-
don't get me drunk.
Coffee doesn't give you a different high than alcohol does.
Well, it's not the same thing. Some people socialize around coffee. Let me be honest with you. I try not to get, but I really do like to drink and hang out with friends at the pub. I mean, there's just laughing, that kind of. I just don't get the same kind of social aspect with coffee. I enjoy coffee in the morning. I have one maybe in the afternoon, something like that. But dude, I could hit a Kickstarter. I don't have to have coffee. I could go
gotta
get
have
one of
coffee.
I could go one of them 5-hour energy deals. I could easily just say, doesn't really even taste that good anyway.
Yeah, coffee does. I think
Is
I'm the
this-
opposite. I literally said if I could change something, and I had to pick, coffee or alcohol, I'd pick coffee. Coffee gives me this whole different high than what alcohol does. It gets me like all crazy pumped, and like alcohol is a real downer. After like 2 beers or something, kind of like, yeah, man. I mean,
You gotta push through that and have more.
we went out and we all had like 2 or 3 beers and everybody's looking at each other falling asleep at the table. I mean, that's what it does to you.
Is this
No,
going
coffee-
somewhere? Are you trying to trick me into something? Are you trying to?
No, coffee's it's an upper, man. If you talk about you want to have conversation, you hang out. I'd rather go to a coffee shop or maybe go to a cigar bar, have some coffee, smoke a cigar, have coffee, and you're pumped, dude. You can engage. You're like this. Alcohol kind of messes you up. You're kind of like, hey, man, I love you, man. I haven't seen you in 4 years. And you really
Is
don't
this
mean
just
it.
an opportunity to get on my case, or
No, I'm just saying. I'm just starting a dialogue here. I mean, these questions. I had to reach for the sky on this. I've got so much time on my hands, and You know,
So
come on.
you stay at home all week long, and you start wanting to get on my case.
I'm not getting on your case. I asked you a question. I said coffee or alcohol, and you're getting all defensive. Why are you getting defensive? Who's wearing the panties now, my friend? What's the
Can
deal?
I go to the next question? Can I get I
don't get it.
pass? Next question.
Plus, you flicked me a bird in the pre-show. I don't appreciate
Pass.
it. This next question is: would you wear?
I want to engage in your thought process sometime. Like, what did you expect that little segment to be about?
I don't know.
What did you expect to happen there when
I
you
was
were
curious.
saying coffee or booze?
And I knew,
and
you
then
know
you're
what? Hey, listen, I was curious. Hey, newsflash, I came up with that question. Newsflash.
Yeah.
Okay, I was curious because I wanted to know what your answer was because mine's the complete opposite. So I asked my wife that the other day, and I said, hey, coffee or alcohol? And I said, I would pick coffee in a heartbeat. I'm addicted to coffee, and it gives me a completely different high than alcohol does. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. It could be. But I was
Here,
just
I
curious.
got another question. Here, I
Yeah.
got one for you during the Ask the Merry Monk segment. I'm going to ask the Sasquatch. Can we have an Ask the Sasquatch segment next week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
You come up with the content. You can ask the Sasquatch anything you want to.
Okay. I have a question.
So,
Wait.
we're back at the Ask Mary
I was
Monk.
thinking about a question for the Sasquatch. How do you feel about the sky being blue?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because I was thinking about that the day when I was sitting in a chair watching my son ride a bike. Why is the sky blue?
Yeah.
So I put on the
Like,
shirt.
wouldn't it be wild, like, if it was orange? Like,
It would be.
but then it would be like you're on Mars, and that would just be,
It would be, man.
it would be so different than blue.
So, rumor has it too on the last question.
See, that's how I feel during your question. Like, I don't know what he's
How
doing.
do you
What is he
feel? I
doing?
asked you a question: coffee or alcohol? And you go alcohol.
Okay,
Like
all right,
one of
next,
guys
Pat.
smoking cigarettes, and I said, "Hey,
Pat.
you know, we're
Pat.
crying out loud." What the heck? You know, here's the thing. All right, honesty. I'm gonna ask the Mary
I
Monk
think
this.
you guys
Why
just
would
like
you
listening
even-
to the
Listen to me. Why would you even last week send me an email at the last show and expect me to have a nudist on the show? I know Ron Knight would enjoy that. But you say you contribute. You send me an email goes, hey, Steve Brown passed on the guest. Well, of course. I don't want some old lady, on Skype, naked, interviewing her.
It's
I'm asking the
nudist.
Mary Monk this
I thought that
question.
would
Why
be
you-
okay. Chat room people, if there really is a chat room, I'm not convinced of that. I think they're all just people that Stephen Heywood makes up. But okay, people in the chat room, who would object to a segment on the program from a nudist who gives the rules of nudist? Like this is nudist etiquette in the chat room.
I would object.
in the chat room.
Yeah, who would object to that? Okay, nobody.
Well, no, I'll bring up the chat room so that you can see their response.
Nudist or no nudist?
Who wants the nudist and the nudist etiquette? I actually went to a nudist place for the Steve Brett Etc. show.
You did?
Me and Aaron Wiedersmann and my wife, because she just didn't want me and Aaron going alone and unsupervised.
All right, so you're getting some feedback. MC Prodnet says no nudist. Ron Knight says I don't want to see some old wrinkled man or woman.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to have my own show because I think that's primo content, man. I'm gonna have to go get my own show.
Now-
It is primo content, but I went back, I did the homework. I looked at the link and I watched, she was credible. She's been on CNN. She's been on these different places, but I don't know. I felt like if I said yes to you on this, I'd feel so dang uncomfortable having, because she knows she's going to show up and, be nude on Skype. And
she won't.
I just didn't want to see
She
all
won't
that.
be nude. She'll just sit there and talk about the rules. Have you ever been to one of these?
Listen, I went back and saw the freaking clips that you sent me, and she was freaking nude. They had to block her out on CNN. There was like nude people all over the place. They were blocking them out.
You know what it's like
we
going
don't
to
have that kind of budget to block nudity out. I mean, yeah, it would be interesting content, but how would we censor that? I don't want to see all that, right?
Hey, would figure it out. It really is like you have a superpower when you go to the nudist camp it's like you're Superman with X-ray vision. You can just see everything.
Did you have to go?
And it's like they don't. It's not like they're frolicking or anything. It's like a guy mowing a yard. You know, and it's like a guy, you know, going over to get lunch. You know, a guy comes out and picks up the paper. You know, and it's like they're just doing normal stuff, but they're nude. And we went there to interview Christian nudists. They're like, you know,
wait a minute,
like,
time out. There's Christian nudist?
Yeah, they're like, get back to, you know, Eden and the way that it's supposed to be and everything like that, you know, unashamed of their bodies, and they don't need to cover it up or anything like that. And so there was actually, at this one place that I went, there was a little bar / lunch place, kind of cabana poolside. It was called Cheeks, and I kid you not, it was called Cheeks. And and so I tell you the worst part, and this is why you want to hear from a nudist with the etiquette, okay? Because I'm sitting there at the table with my wife and my friend Aaron, and we're interviewing the people. And as soon as you sit down to have a meal, like all the crotches are eye level, like they're all just going by, you know, like I'm gonna go get a margarita, you know what I mean? And
wait. Did you have to be naked too to interview these people?
No, we weren't naked. We're just.
Well, how did they let you in?
Because we were the press. We had press. You know, we had microphones, and you know, it's good press for them. They get to talk about how normal they are being nude all the time. And
what if you were press and you were actually a nudist? How would you show your identification?
Yeah, you'd have to pin the badge. Yeah, where do you pin the badge? You know, that's a good question.
If you're
you could ask
to get in, you have to be erect. Oh, he's pressed. He's pressed. Let him in.
hang the thing.
So that's got to be odd. Why in the heck would you guys do that? I mean, I understand for entertainment factor. I mean, yeah,
it's
but
information.
Well, I mean, what did your wife had patience for you to go into a nudist camp and interview somebody?
Yeah, she went with us.
Christian nudist. There's actually Christian nudist.
Yeah.
Not Catholic, not Buddhist. I'm sure there's Buddhist nudists. I'm sure there's Catholic Buddhists.
Catholics are Christian, by the way. Do you not believe that?
Yeah, they are. But I'm throwing it out there. People that happen to be not Christians.
I tell you what. All three of us never made so much eye contact in our entire lives.
It's got to be uncomfortable. Were you like
just
sweating? Were you nervous? Were your hands like
yes, that's very interesting. That's fascinating. I love what you're saying there. You know.
Oh, gosh. I couldn't do that. That would just be so awkward, you know? I mean, I have a hard time looking at myself naked in the mirror.
Are we still in the Ask the Mary Monk segment? Is there a question in here someplace?
Speaking of nudists, what's up with these chastity belts? You check this out. Mary Monk sent me a link earlier today about these chastity belts. Let's go into this little chastity belt thing, Eric. Where the heck did you find this thing at?
Oh, I think it was Huffington Post, maybe comedy section or Weird News. No, I think it was in Weird News. And so, yeah, apparently they have these stylish chastity belts for men. I don't think they're called chastity belts. What do they call them? Can you read the screen there?
Let me see here. Yeah, they actually call them male chastity devices.
The question is, if you go to a nudist camp, you wear one of these, are you good?
No, you have to take it off. Have because you're not nude. So they have these things kind of camouflage. So you would like that, Steven. There's actually
as he sits there naked in the tree.
Can you zoom in on the camo one there for your?
The whole point of camo is so you're not seen. You even put like paint on your face so that they don't see you.
Yeah, well, this is for the lower extremities.
Oh my!
Well, who would need a chastity belt that's camouflage? For crying out loud!
So it matches the rest.
Look at it. There's a wood finish one.
So it matches the rest of your outfit.
How do you pee in those? Enlarge that.
I did enlarge it.
You can't enlarge it. It's locked down.
Oh my word!
Going to Vegas, folks. That was a good one.
Hey-o.
Very sharp on your game there. Hey, how do you pee in those things?
I don't know. I don't have one. I just saw this thing. So what it is, I guess there's people that are concerned with, morning stiffness, essentially, and they want to. I don't know, man. I didn't actually read it. I just saw the picture and I said, "God, Jeff, look at this, man. We got to talk about it."
I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, what is the point of this? I mean, to stay pure. I mean, I don't get this. Why would you want this on your thing if you're a guy? It looks very uncomfortable.
Back in the day, they used to have these different devices with hooks and things around them, so that in the evening you would it would keep you from becoming excited in a dream or something, and because people thought it was really bad, to have they wanted to control themselves all the time, even when they were sleeping, and they didn't want to venture into this dream fantasy land where these things. So they would have these devices. I don't know if that's the same kind of the same idea here, but I read enough of it to know that there was a guy who he was very uncomfortable in the morning, and he just didn't want that to happen, and so this was a solution for him.
Yeah.
Hey, can we order one just to Consumer Reports for the show?
Why don't you email them and say you're going to do a report, and you're going to test it out. You're going to wear it. And
he's going to wear it live.
Go out to the bar with your friends, use your chastity belt.
No, I was talking about for you, because you're going to be home alone all this time. You're going to be tempted, man. You're going to be tempted to look at things you shouldn't be looking at.
That's not a temptation for me anymore. I got a kid.
It's not a temptation for you anymore?
I got a kid with me 24/7. If I was sitting by myself, maybe so. But if I'm, I got a kid with me, no. I mean, I'm pretty
Does
busy.
he go to the bathroom with you?
I have to leave the door open, which is very uncomfortable. He comes in, I go, "Hey, I'm taking a deuce." Oh. And he walks off. That's the only private time I get. Sometimes I ask my wife, "Hey, can you watch her for a minute so I can take a dump?" So, anyways, hey, but we got to get to our last topic. We only got 7 minutes left. I posted.
What? Oh my gosh, time flies when you're being.
It
stupid.
does. I've been enjoying myself today. This has been fun. We got to get to our last.
Don't enjoy
topic.
yourself too much. We got to get you one of those belts.
I think you should review it, or Steven should get the camouflage one.
No,
camel one. Take that into the deer stand with you.
No, that's okay.
I think we should find an intern that's single and wants to stay pure. I think that'd be the best bet. Truthfully,
this is what Jeff uses.
Anyways, I don't know.
That say?
Yeah, I posted that earlier. That is an awesome invention right there. Shittins. It's gloves where you can wipe your butt with. And that's what I'm getting at. Shittins. I mean, it's a beautiful concept. Did you see that earlier, Eric? And it's actually, you can buy that on Amazon. I think it's a great product because sometimes you have problems and you need to take care of it and you can't jump in the shower. Shittins. Go buy them at your local Amazon.com, and they are for real. Shittins.com. Hopefully they become a sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
He can send you free mittens.
So
time.
here's the thing. These are the type of pictures I post outside of taking a picture with my kids or posting pictures of my kids. I was on Instagram. I started defollowing people that are just posting pictures of themselves all the time. There's no one else in the picture. They're trying to look sexy. They're trying to look cool. And the ones that really got on my nerves they happen to be Christian artists, and they all pose sexy, and then they post some scripture with it. I'm like, this is BS. Isn't there more than selfies? I mean, for crying out, I don't like watching people take selfies. I'm not intrigued by it. It annoys the piss out of me. What do you think about these dang selfies? Every once in a while, it's okay. What my limit on selfies should be, you have a limit. You can only do 2 self shots a week, and that's it. What do you think about that, guys?
Eric likes this one.
There you go.
Boom.
Whoa. What? What was that?
A great selfie. So what do you guys think about this selfie thing, man?
I think it's juvenile.
Yeah, but there's grown adults doing it. I mean, there's people in their 40s doing selfies. I can understand
everybody
you're 20 or something,
but don't you want
to doing it?
But on your social network, don't you want to say, "Hey, here's me. This is what I'm doing right now." It makes it real easy. You just take a picture with your camera and you put it up, and then you go, "Hey, this is me today." Here's me the next day. Here's me at my job. here's me out with my friends.
But it's not. It's not that. I mean, I can understand you're standing in front of something. Hey, it's me with, I'm at my job. But they're like posing all sexy, doing the duck face. I did one as a joke before church on Sunday. I shaved and I did the duck face. And I go, hey, I'm in high school again because I looked very stupid without facial hair.
I think he's the biggest hypocrite that I've ever seen.
That's why I posted it.
Look at this. Look
That's
at
why I
this.
posted
This
it
is
on profile because we were going to
this is
talk
his
about this.
profile. This is the one that you shaved on. Get out. I'll pull that picture.
This picture is actually from 2008, and I pulled it back up because what I did is I took those fat things, the abs where you can make yourself fat and bald. I actually did one. I go, this is what I look like, and I been it at my profile picture, and my wife got upset and goes, take that down. That is embarrassing. That's all I'm going to think about. You know,
I'm not going to give you an allowance if you don't take that down.
Exactly. So I had to go put the old Hollywood sign on there because I didn't have any pictures that I actually enjoyed. I have the one where I'm the Christmas one where I'm drinking like beer from a canister thing. So selfies. I rarely ever see Erik do selfies. I see pictures of his family, which is entertainment. I like seeing pictures of people.
I don't know. If I would lose 50 pounds, you'd see Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's the one I posted Sunday before church. That was my.
That's scary.
That's a scary one.
What was the one movie that Ben Stiller was in? The model one. Yeah, he posted that picture right there. My brother posted that back. Yeah, Zoolander. Hilarious.
I can see the resemblance.
If you were at home and you saw that face outside your window at night, like that would be just.
But maybe maybe I have the wrong friends, and that's why I started on Instagram. I just every post people pose in front of pictures or posing looking all crazy. I don't know, man.
I was doing a lot more selfies when I didn't weigh as much. Now I'm like, you know what? I would rather just use the picture back from 2009 because I look way better than.
Why don't you use a picture when you had hair when you were like 18? That'd be better. You'd feel better.
I have one in there. If Steven wants to take the time to go look for the
on your personal.
On my personal, yeah. Go in my photos. Go into the profile pics.
I will, but I want to show the last selfie that Jeff posted, and it's probably the best one he has.
Boom, baby. Boom. That's what I like to see. I like to see food on Instagram. I like to see funny stuff. I just don't like seeing people posing, dude. It just gets on my nerves. Show your kids. I love seeing kids grow and parents with their kids, but we're crying out loud. Or food. Show me food.
Well, I'm on Instagram now. That's kind of a new thing for me. So you can find the Merry Monk on Instagram.
Did you say it's a nude thing?
A new thing. New. Yeah. And also you can follow me at themerrymonk.com. And you can go The Merry Monk on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter too. So
go like the Jeff Adams Show.
There you go. Look at that's me back in the day with my wife.
That was before the Red Sea parted.
No, that was actually Halloween. He put hair on his head.
Oh man, that was me.
A couple weeks ago. He was playing what's his face?
Back in the day.
Jim Morrison look. Come on, baby, my fire.
So
I was very into Jim Morrison at that time.
So now that makes you in the words of the hair loss show, that makes you a sufferer now, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna call the American Justice Mission.
Hey, well, so much for the selfies. I mean, that just blew up like a birthday balloon.
No, it was good.
No, it was just as good as caffeine or beer.
Hey. I like that.
Yeah, but Jeff, the only selfies that I really think are obnoxious is when they do the duck face with it.
That's such a natural move to make, though. I mean, come on.
What, to do the duck face?
Who has not done a duck face?
I've never done a duck face, and anybody can hold me to that. Go through all my pictures.
You do.
I've never done it.
Put your webcam out there when you're shooting a deer, and I bet you do a duck face.
Never done it.
And you're going.
Nope. Nope. Nobody.
I don't know. When you get next to your wife or something, you always go.
No, I don't think I've ever done that.
You have.
She's done it. I've never done it. You ask her.
Steve always says stuff he's never done. He goes, I don't do that. What do you do, Steve, besides shooting deer and doing tech stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He always denies. He goes, I don't do that stuff. Get out of here.
Hey, We
don't
need
do
that.
it.
We need that
Anyways,
clip
we're out of
from
time
So I
on
Married.
Jeff
Yeah, we
Adams
need
Show.
that clip from So I Married an Axe Murderer that goes, "Fine, go. You've stayed your hour." So I can play that at 4:30 when you've gone a minute over.
All right. Well, lots of likes on the Jeff Adams Show Facebook page. Thank you. Google Plus got several likes this week, so thank you so much. Go check out the page. Share with everybody the Jeff Adams Show every Thursday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Love to have you hang out. A lot of people watching a playback, but love to have you live, interact in the chat room. Until next week, see you soon. Thanks, guys. Mary Monk and Stephen Heywood for hanging out.
Yeah.
Follow The Jeff Adams Show on these fine social networks. Facebook.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Twitter.com/The Jeff Adams. YouTube. bit.ly/The Jeff Adams Show TV. RSS. bit.ly/TJAS iTunes. All this on the Jeff Adams Show.tv and the TTB Network.tv.
You know what? I cannot even believe you'd go there. Dude, if I ever get my way up to, I'm going to slap you in your face, literally, that you would cancel my show. Oh my gosh. We're on?
Eric, that was where you were supposed to.
What the heck, man? Turn the freaking camera off. Turn it off. He's medicated. Leave him alone.
The Jeff Adams Show.tv.